What's going on, my Support Fibromyalgia friends? I am Melissa, the Executive Director of the Support Fibromyalgia Network and a board-certified functional medicine health coach. Welcome to a foggy Friday morning over here in California with a side of a headache. Yeah, it's all an added bonus to the head, right? You just top it off with a headache. I woke up this morning with a headache. So I'd love to hear from you. What do you guys do when it comes to headaches and creating a headache awareness? I've been trying to figure out, anytime I get a headache, I kind of just try to figure out what is it, the base of it, what is causing my headache. And it differs. It differs. Sometimes it's structural. You can see kind of my shoulder dipping. So I'll have a tightness around the shoulders up through and then through the face. So that I treat differently, or I address it a little bit differently. And then I even have, if you rub your thumb across one of my, I think it's one of this sides on the screen changes, then I actually have a bump. So I have a trigger point that moves when you rub along the muscle. And so if that gets really flared up, I do get a super bad headache. There's also hormone headaches that I have to address. So all of it is this combination. So if you have headache relief tips, let me know. I do use some of the, I'm going to do a plug here. So just to let you know, the Frida Botanicals muscle balm. So I'll try to do it at least on the shoulders and the neck to try to relieve some of that. There is a sale going on right now, Frida Botanicals, which I will get to shortly. But how are all of you doing, Support Fibro friends? This is a great Friday to just chime in, ask questions. I see our good friend here popping in. How do I go about making friends again? Let's ask this. How do I go about making friends again in the middle of a pandemic? Oh, so this is, being also taking care of my 83-year-old mom. So being a caregiver too, on top of a pandemic, I'm gonna be your friend. I'll be your friend. I know that I'll be everybody's friend right now through online. It's difficult, right? Because I think there's been a divide. There's some of us that are ready to go out. I should say others of us that are ready to go kind of out in the world and explore, or maybe you always were a little bit more adventurous. I definitely on more of the anxiety, fearful side because I don't want to get sick. And so been here, as you can see in Nerd Watchtower. So you have a friend in me, and you have a friend that understands all of this. And then I'm also became a caregiver in the last couple of years, and it's been difficult. I would love to hear advice for both of us. Is the name Cassandra, or is it Diva Cassandra 1? That's the username, but let me know what your name is so I can address you properly. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Robin. Happy Friday. But caregiver questions, right? What happens for being a caregiver when you have chronic illness? And I want to hear from people that can chime in and share tips. Even if you're watching the replay later, please definitely share tips, because I'm new to that as well when it comes to much more in-depth caregiving. And I can see how it's so stressful, and this vigilance when there was so much anxiety. So I want to talk talk a little bit of that, right? When this pandemic started, also shifted into becoming a caregiver. I had a lot of anxiety. I was sleeping next to my dad's room. I was sleeping with my glasses on because the caregiving there. Okay, it is Cassandra. Hi, Cassandra. Good to see you. I just wanted to make sure before I'm referring to you as your username. But I had so much anxiety for the caregiving side, making sure my dad didn't fall, he was okay, because there was a lot going on. So I know I was sleeping. I moved to the room next door to him in our house. And then I was always trying to listen for what was going on, making sure he was okay in the middle of the night. I was sleeping with my glasses on. And this was 2020 when everything started to hit. We had earthquakes, we had fires near our house, and it's a lot of anxiety. So what do you do? And I've been really working on calming that nervous system as much as I can. And as much as I don't want to admit that I need that stress management technique, just going through that process. But if anyone out there has tips on making friends again when it comes to this, and, Cassandra, I want to know, what happened to the friends that you had? Was it just, things changed now that we're virtual, but if people want to do some virtual friendship hangouts, I am all for that. And we can definitely set it up. And Cassandra, if you just want to jump on a Zoom call with me or something like that, I'd be happy to move forward with that and do that, because I'm here over here. We call it Nerd Watchtower as a joke, but I'm hanging out and just doing what I can as well, trying to slowly migrate to the outside world and interact with humans again. Been interacting with the backyard and my little gardening friends, the critters out there, the bunnies, the rabbit friends that I've kind of accumulated over the pandemic. But I think as long as we can find humor or find some joy in our situation, it's really helpful. And I think the people will come back into our lives will have meaningful. There's been a lot of stress, and everybody is trying to manage what we can. And I love this. Here's some tips like religious self-care, meditation, gratitude, yoga, realizing that slowing down is normal. Yes. So I've noticed this. It's difficult to witness my parents being slow down, and even my father, who's very articulate, very intelligent, and just trying to help and support in the situation and being as supportive as I can as a caregiver without getting frustrated and, just increasing conflict. And I definitely love all these comments, because it's tricky when you have chronic illness yourself and then you become this caregiver role for your family. Thank you, Robin, for sharing. It wasn't for help outside. Okay. So asking for outside help. And I think for some of us, it's different, right? And then Robin, I'd love to know too, like, how did you encourage, was it just something that had to happen with your mom? Like you just had to get outside care? And how did you encourage your mom to make the transition? Because sometimes our parents can be, they don't want to accept what's happening. And I think many of us have accepted into, like, we understand our fibromyalgia, we're going through it, and now it's like, where we had some resistance and stubbornness to accept things, and especially if we had to accept mobility devices. So now we're watching our parents transition and need those tools, and it's the same frustration process, like, I don't need help, I want to be independent, I want to do this. And so that's what I'm kind of facing right now, and it ebbs and flows, and I'm not exactly sure what to give or how much time to give. I like to fix things, which is difficult because you have to remember my coaching strategy is just meeting people where they're at and helping through the process. But I love this conversation. So let's keep it going. Maybe we can get some more people in to have a conversation on how they managed caregiving when they were living with chronic illness and fibromyalgia, because it's definitely a lot to, day to day, or surprises, right? I know I've had a meeting scheduled and I have had to cancel last minute because of things popping up. I mean, there's sometimes family emergencies you can't really manage. And this also happens with kids and family members. So these are great conversations to have. How do we manage these situations and still be able to take care of ourselves? I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up. So how do we share that self-love, that self-care with all of our community? And it's super important. So I appreciate it. This is going to be, anything goes, right? On Foggy Friday, anything goes. So bring out the Q&A, reply to people, share comments, because that's what it's all about. Brain foggy. We're just going to jump from like topic to topic as we move along. So happy Friday to all of my friends here when it comes to what we're sharing. And big, huge shout out, Rally shout out. I was watching last night. Ted, that gaming dad, awesome. Speaking of like putting some energy towards positivity and finding purpose in messaging of delivering through pain and fatigue, he is an inspiring advocate, and he was on last night for the Podium 500 racing. It takes a lot of energy and strength to follow through the racing coordination. It was over it's 100 laps coordinating, you're watching screens, and he made it through. So we're going to give him a special shout out. I have my That Gaming Dad shirt, Rally, great. I need the cheer sound, but I'm not downstairs in our lab. But I just want to rally. I have the Rally sock So he does sell That Gaming Dad socks. So I have the purple sock to rally for him. Congratulations, Ted. We'll be hearing more from him soon, and possibly we're going to coordinate some giveaways for subscribers for his Twitch channel. You can go watch him on Twitch. Please support his work by subscribing and joining Twitch. If you have family members that know about Twitch, send them over. If you have no idea what Twitch is, we will explain. Go explore with live streaming. They have a lot of content there, not only for just gaming, but I've seen some cool music. There's different interviews that are going on too over at Twitch. It's another social media platform to explore. So it's a really great place to go and explore these aspects. But Robin, I want to definitely get back to some of the caregiving and figure out maybe doing a video, because I know we have some friends too that have been caregivers for a while and have figured out how to do the self-care thing. So I definitely want to get back into that. But let's dive into some of the slide shares and shout outs as we move on. I have an exciting meeting at 10 o'clock coming up with Facebook, talking to actual humans for our nonprofit work, and we're part of this social impact for Facebook. So gonna try to get through the content as I can. Thank you for everyone to tune in. Keep chatting with each other, sharing your experiences, giving tips to each other, because it's super important right now, for sure. So let's get in. Foggy Friday at Support Fibro, and we'll dive in. Okay, so you heard it live. So definitely he's moving on. That Gaming Dad is moving forward. It was intense, everyone, okay? The images you were watching, I had 2 screens going. I was pumped up. I felt like I should be eating popcorn or chips, although I did grab some chips to munch away. There were some close calls there, but I made it through. He had a lot of strategy going on with conserving energy, conserving placement, and just riding along. I have so much fun watching online, and it's great because you can cheer, you can chat with people, you can give them shout outs. So awesome job to Ted from That Gaming Dad. Moving forward, we're going to have more information about the next race. Please do go watch his channel on Twitch. You can give him shout outs. He would really appreciate it. Subscribe. So definitely a fun night last night watching. I can't wait for the next race. And he's going to chime in. Ted, you'll have to let me know when the next race is, because I don't, is it tonight or something coming up? I should have had that schedule prepared, but we'll let all our viewers know. Also, huge shout out to my friends at the Chronic Pain, Fatigue, and Fibromyalgia Support Group. I got a chance to speak online with them through the Zoom. And again, just amazing human beings. Shout out to Barbara and Colette for keeping this going. I used to work and volunteer with Barbara years ago for fibromyalgia, so we've known each other for a long time. She kept this group going with a few other people, and then Colette, is doing a great job with Darren. They've kept this group. It's such a good support group environment. And we used to meet in Anaheim. We would drive to Anaheim to meet in person with them. And since the pandemic, they've moved online. I think they meet every Saturday on Zoom. If you're interested in joining them, they welcome you, and they welcome you to the online group. There's people from different parts of the country, but we had some people from Canada, predominantly California. And this group helped me so much. So this is the power of having the community support in the right way. Traveling to Anaheim, this was years ago too. This was before Support Fibro was even established. I would go down there to Anaheim, meet them. Barbara was always giving me hugs. She's just been a big supporter of all the work we've done. And I used to volunteer with her. I was kind of a flaky volunteer, but she'd always give me the support I needed. She was always ready to give me a hug, a fibro hug, every time I would come into the office to try to volunteer and take calls. So just being around her inspired me. And some of the other participants in the group really inspired me, and to become the advocate that I'm really here today to do, because I wasn't planning to do any of this, and I just wanted to be part of a support group, just be a patient, not do anything, and focus on but some of these members before, and especially, a good friend, Harvey, who really took it, introduced me back into the advocacy world, inspired me, sent me information, and got us going. Really sent over the whole team of Support Fibro proclamation information, got me inspired to do advocacy again, connected me to the Open Medicine Foundation. So really put me on course to doing what we're doing today here at Support Fibro. I can't thank them enough. So if you are looking for a support group to join right now, we may not realize that we need the support, but take a chance, join with an open mind and open heart, and you'll be surprised. And everybody was sharing with me before I got a chance to speak on functional medicine, and just hearing how connected we are. Like, we may not have the same diagnosis, or we may be in the process of figuring out what our diagnosis is, but the similarities we have and just the energy and community support we can offer each other. We're in this together. And that's just sort of the repetitive comments that came out, right? We're not alone. And you find these groups and you recognize that you are not alone in this journey. And this community support is so important. So I can't thank them enough. So I will definitely give you guys the link if you're interested. If you feel like you need some added support right now, please do find it. There's some great, amazing support group leaders out there. So definitely join these groups. Shout out to our Arizona friends. If you are in Arizona, Eye Pain Foundation, Barbie and Ken are looking to rally your support. So reading off of this script, they have a form that you can help fill out, but they got the Arizona SB 1162 passed through the full Senate. So yay, shout out. So it's now time to turn their focus to the House Health Committee and full House. So they're looking for Arizona, people living in Arizona, so patients, caregivers, family providers, any industry, to sign this letter showing the support. It will be sent to the state House representatives to show there is a wide support for this bill. You can read the bill and letter of support. She has it in this Google form. I'm going to add all the links to the description. Complete the form by February 27th at 4 p.m. and the names will continue to be collected for the House Health Committee. So if you live in the state of Arizona, or you happen to have an organization that's national, covers Arizona, definitely reach out to Eye Pain Foundation and Barbie, ask your questions. We will put the form in there as well. We do have some updates. So the proposed 2022 CDC clinical practice guideline for prescribing opioids is now taking comments. If this is something that resonates with you because of our chronic pain journey, it is open. So please leave your comments. And just to give you a little bit more context for this, we'll be adding some other links too, because there's a great article at Pain News Network, and there's more articles coming out. Is the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has released a long-awaited draft revision of its 2016 opioid prescribing guidelines. And I know it was really hard for many of us to look at and understand why they decided to go that direction. So they're finally making significant changes to recommendations so that healthcare providers have more flexibility in how they manage pain. The updated draft guideline has been published, so you can in the Federal Register. So I'll give you guys the link directly, and it is available for public comment for 60 days. A final revised document is not going to be expected until later this year, but we're going to be doing the advocacy work we need to help our chronic pain community now and push and keep pushing, right? It takes a lot of dedication. It is a marathon within advocacy. We know that within our fibromyalgia community, we're going to push and make loud noises for fibromyalgia advocacy as well. One of the most significant changes to note is that the guideline has the elimination of dose thresholds. The original guideline strongly encouraged providers not to exceed daily opioid dosage of 90 morphine milligram equivalent. So this revised guideline still maintains that opioids should not be used as first line or routine therapy for pain, but it takes more of a nuanced and flexible approach to dosing. And it's difficult with small steps forward, but I know that advocates are encouraged, and I know we definitely want to see more, but we need to get more advocates involved with this, to share comments, more organizations honestly working together. That's why I do love the iPain Foundation and their openness to work together and collaboration when it comes to chronic pain. I would love to hear from Barbie too on her thoughts with this. And as we move forward together and have grassroots organizations, I think a lot of people get left off the table of conversation. So I encourage anyone who is at the table to invite more organizations to the table and advocates. We do have a lot to say. We have a lot of experiences, and myself being also a health coach who works with chronic pain clinics directly doing health coaching, group health coaching, we have seen some good results for making the changes we need, but we are doing it in a divided fashion right now, and that's really got to change. So I encourage anyone who is part of another organization in pain, please encourage them to reach out to a variety of advocates, not just in small little silos across the board, because we're out there, we have different perspectives, we're in the community directly making changes. And that's what's so exciting, because I saw a post the other day sort of like saying that healthcare providers don't understand chronic pain, and they won't. So that's why we need to encourage more providers to get educated, or encourage other people with experience with chronic pain to become providers or allied professionals. And we can really change things. And I've noticed this working with clinics, doing group health coaching for chronic pain programmed clinics directly. I'm in there. I have chronic pain experience because I live with it. And so I have a voice in those discussions, and we are making changes when it comes to this and helping people decrease their level of pain. And that's what's great. And we're documenting it. We are in questionnaires. So we're collecting this information so that we can really officially change it. But when it comes to the political level and making these formal comments, sometimes those people like myself are kind of left outside of the like we're really trying to be like, hello, we have good information for you. So please include us. So if you are part of that system, we are definitely trying to move and share more information. And just as a secret, I've been looking at master's programs in pain science. I got my I graduated with a bachelor's degree in 2003. So I got my transcripts. So I'm looking at applying for different programs, and some have my attention for pain management, pain science programs. So that's exciting to see what we can do when it comes to the fight for fibromyalgia and chronic pain. But please, we are a nonprofit organization. So we thank everyone who always does birthday fundraisers for us or other fundraisers. If you are on Facebook, we appreciate it. We can't thank you enough. Being a grassroots organization, every dollar makes a difference to us. So if you are out there, and plus, please let me know, because Facebook, if you're on Facebook, they don't always alert me when birthdays come up. So just drop a line to our organization, let us know. And I just want to say thank you personally. And that's sometimes the things that we miss. So I appreciate everyone that hosts fundraisers. We are working on different means to get fundraising going. If you want to help us with fundraising, please let us know, because again, every dollar matters and it goes towards the program. So I volunteer my time. We're going to dedicate through building and launching these programs, and we're going to be very, very loud in 2022. Here's another fundraiser. We are registered as Amazon Smile. You can do shopping, and the percentage from Amazon goes to the nonprofit. And again, here we have a shout out to Frida Botanicals. They're currently having a sale for Valentine's Day. So you can show yourself some self-love and purchase the products. We're a big fan. We do get donations. So Frida Botanicals does donate to fibromyalgia nonprofits. We appreciate them so much, and we do use their products when it comes to that CBD balm, muscle balm, and the magnesium cream. So thank you, everyone. Definitely follow us on our channels, our social media channels for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We are on Twitter and LinkedIn. Going to try to do some more LinkedIn lives with some health coaches also. And hopefully you can join us on all our places. Let us know if there is content or questions that you want to see. I'm so excited to just be here and connecting with everyone. It's been a rough couple of months. So we're playing catch up over here at Support Fibro. We have a lot of content planned and a lot of things launched, but definitely please go check out Frida Botanicals. This is the muscle balm. They have other tinctures that people do rave about. And again, big shout out to Eye Pain Foundation. So you saw the thing, but they have a magazine. Subscribe and you can see the last page too. Thank you for putting my mug again. Thank you so much, Barbie, for the award last year. Like I mentioned, it's been a couple of rough months of reflecting, and it's easy to get down on things. But I was just reflecting on that award for being a hero of hope for patient advocacy, and it does mean so much to me and inspired me to move forward. It's very resonates with me quite a bit. So thank you to the whole team at the Eye Pain Foundation, Barbie and Ken. I love you guys so much. Appreciate it. In the magazine. So go support their magazine. I know people ask all the time about magazines, so it's a good one to just subscribe to. They have physical copies and digital in case you're interested. So we'll add all those links. Thank you again. I gotta rush off to my meeting with humans at Facebook. So hopefully we'll get some things going. Again, fibromyalgia awareness. Oh, that's one thing with That Gaming Dad. This is why we have to rally around That Gaming Dad. Okay. So go follow That Gaming Dad on Twitch, because you saw the car with Support Fibro. So he is racing for fibromyalgia research and awareness. The emphasis to get that going right in a new space, raising that awareness for fibromyalgia. I cannot emphasize that enough. People are learning about fibromyalgia through him, through those means. So if we can rally and do shout outs for him, they appreciate it. And then those organizations are like, wow, okay, like this guy is doing great things for fibromyalgia. We're going to do some more stuff when it comes to research. You're going to hear from more researchers. It is awesome. Sarah over there, I got a chance to talk to her and learn about her research survey that she's doing. We want to do I don't if it's an interview with her so she can talk about the research for fibromyalgia. But thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Shout out to you, Anna and Robin. Thank you so much. You are the most amazing person. Have a wonderful, beautiful weekend. And Cassandra, too, keep on. And like I said, send me a message, Cassandra. Oh, we're friends. We're friends already. And Robin, too. I'll get you the link. But Robin, if you want to talk at all as well, send me a message. Let's schedule. I think I'm going to try putting a scheduler through Facebook so that people can set up stuff. I have to practice doing laser coaching. So if anyone wants to help me practice, it's free. It's laser coaching for like 20 minutes of health coaching. I got to get better at it and practice because there's some big things ahead for health coaching and I want to be on it. So if you want to help me practice and join, I'm going to open up some sessions for times, and I'll be friendly for my East Coast friends as well. During the week and the weekend, I'll open up sometimes, but I could definitely use the practice. If you're interested, let me know. Thank you, everyone. It is a brain foggy Friday. I am sending everyone hugs out there. Have a wonderful low pain weekend, and I will check in with you next time. Bye.